I saw people in the chat, and I see Sam's express. Don't fucking judge me. I know. You judged me. You rain judgment. You rain judgment down upon me.
Look, listen, alright? It's not called judging people. In my country, we like to call it keeping everybody in check.
How is being disgusted by the fact I like Egon Spengler keeping me in check?
Because...
That is a very convincing reason. Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, where I invite Keyframe wonder about random drivel. And today we have a one singular guest, definitely only one, as everybody can see with their own eyes. It is for the first time in over a year, one of our very first guests, one of our most returning guests. It is the Emerald Comet.
I thought you were going to say the empty chair, but that works too. Hello!
Damn it. Missed opportunity.
Oh man, hello Emerald. Your transformation into Quentin Tarantino is going really well. I can see.
My what of Quentin Tarantino?
Your transformation into Quentin Tarantino. I mean, your magnificent mane of hair is starting to get slicked back. You're starting to get the little hairstyle of Quentin. Your lighting looks like you're about to kill someone with a katana. Like,
yeah. Nobody bring up feet for the entire fucking duration of this whole podcast and we'll be fine.
Oh no.
But did you not get the memo? This week, media was feet week, so all our medias are related to feet.
All right, well, in that case,
somebody say feet! Gosh.
Oh yeah, British Ninja is here too.
I make it on time. Hello. I'm not late, am I?
You kinda are. But
I heard feet.
All the stuff I said about Emerald before, for him as well, he also one of our most recurring and over a year not here. So finally back, Emerald Comet and British Ninja. Welcome back. It's a pleasure having you guys on and making it just in time to have you both checked for this season as well. I believe with that, you have not been
I
in a
haven't
single
seen
season.
you since the plague.
Yeah,
It's been since the plague. It's been midway since the plague in 2020, since I think the last time we
I really wanted Robert to break his chair when he did that.
I really hope I didn't, because it costs like so much money.
I know, but
that would be really funny.
It would have been good content.
Oh, my $300 fucking epic gaming chair now!
Talking about content, now that we have both of you guys back and many new viewers maybe do not know you yet, please do tell us, who are you guys? What do you guys do, and why should people care?
I think first thing we should care about is sorting out that echo wherever it's coming from.
Yeah, I assume.
Oh, that might be me.
Oh dear. Your glorious entrance destroyed your... Oh,
basically.
Wait.
Talking about glorious entrance. Where's my... Okay, there we go.
I mean, I'm muted.
Oh, wait, no.
Wrong direction. So, who are you? What do you do, and why should people care? Who wants to go first?
Sammy?
That was bad. Do you want to go first?
You can do it. You're fine.
No, after you. No, after you. No, after you.
After you. Keyframe, who are you?
Oh, who am I? Hi, I'm Cosmic Keyframe, also known as Chrissy.
Oh no, I didn't prepare that. Oh no.
I stream, I do song covers, I sometimes review actual things, and I raise money for charity. I also am part of a podcast, but that's not a big deal. Part of like 3 shows now, because I got 3 idiots and the Cinema Gremlins and this, so yeah.
Yeah, maybe I should have gone for your YouTube instead of your DeviantArts. You're killing me over here.
Ew,
You're killing me, Smalls.
Okay, I just finished mine. Now Rob has to go.
Okay, now he has to go. Good.
Okay. Hi, I am ex-brony YouTuber British Ninja. I since then decided to get a life, and now I work in the games industry as a technical animator.
Damn. What great titles that you are not restricted by NDA can people check out
I was gonna have
to
a whole
see?
bit. I was gonna have a whole bit. It was like, well, I'm working on NDA, but actually that got cancelled, so I got shifted onto NDA instead.
Hey.
One thing that I actually worked on has come out in the last year and a half that I've been working at Supermassive Games. And I've been working on like 3 different projects. One got cancelled, one's still in development. But the one thing that did come out was the not remastered. It was the next generation port for a game called Little Nightmares 2.
Ooh. Oh, that's I was also like the name of the company definitely rings a bell. So they are behind.
You would know Supermassive Games because they made Until Dawn back in 2016.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
And they made a couple of games after that. House of Ashes just came out.
Yes. Jesse playing that. Jesse Cox.
That's the House of Ashes is probably the best horror game we've made since Until Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But I didn't get to work on that one, so.
But still, for context, who they are, so who you are working for.
Supermassive Games are a video game company owned by no one because we're based. We were in Guildford, UK. It was a beautiful hub of video gameness, and I don't know. I'm going to do a terrible job here because I've only been working them for about a year, so I don't have too much in-depth lore. But we mainly focus on horror games, especially narrative adventure horror games. If you haven't heard of Until Dawn, you're not going to know any of the rest of the stuff.
I put the Let's Play of the Scary Game Squad of Until Dawn in the description, so people can check it out, and then they know.
What you're showing is my YouTube channel, where I exclusively upload D&D VODs once every 7 years that I actually run a game.
No, I mean, 4 months ago, this is more recent content than Emerald has, and if we don't count this podcast, if we don't count this podcast, which is basically me uploading VODs, my last proper content in the form of That Stupid is probably also like years old, so.
For anyone else who needs to know who I am, I'm basically an alternate dimension version of Max, and I can prove it because I noticed that we have the exact same.
I noticed too.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah, we realized long ago that we are basically, I mean, the age difference doesn't allow it. We are probably brothers that got scattered throughout the multiverse. We both have
German you.
Yeah, basically, we both have a little bit of ginger going on in our hair. By now,
basically, it's the beginning of Spider-Verse with Peter Parker and Peter B. Parker.
Yes.
I was not going to say Miles because Rob is very much white.
Correct.
So
wait, what? You are white?
You are the farthest from Miles Morales.
He blends in with his jumper.
I thought you were just a very light pigmented POC.
Let's not
person of cringe.
That is cringe. Exactly. So, Emerald, who are you? Why should people care? And let me embarrass you with your old channel too.
My 2-year-long hiatus that
Three by now.
Is it 3? Is it 3 years since I last uploaded something?
Last upload is from September 2018.
God, you make me feel old, man. Holy shit. As we see by this magnificent head of hair over here. Fire. I was at one point in my life, I produced content for the My Little Pony Brony fandom. I'm better now. I've since
you are reformed.
I believe. Yeah, we are all basically
old,
cured,
old men now.
Yep. We are all not cool enough for it anymore.
In the year since over the last year, I suppose, I've since been working in the film and television industry in Ireland. I've gone through a couple of different departments, and that's sort of the end goal at the moment, is to establish a proper career in that and then go and make movies, since all I ever do whenever I come here is bring a movie and either call it terrible or say, hey, yo, this is based, you should go watch it. I hate using that word, I'm so sorry.
Based?
I hate using that word, it's so stupid. So, every time one of you says that I die, just like a little tiny
You want to go quote a TikTok or something? Like, what?
Oh no, my chair. It's broken.
I hope not.
Well,
you were saying you hope he broke it like 2 minutes ago.
I didn't mean it.
well, yeah, and ever when those two guys get together, well,
Worlds collide. Like
exactly. So
Brilliance happens.
be prepared for one hell of a ride today.
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna make the best video game movie of all time. Featuring
Sonic
Chris
the
Pratt.
Hedgehog
Yes,
3.
Chris Pratt.
We're just gonna reenact the 1916
Max
release.
is the one person on the planet I think is still actively happy when they see Chris Pratt get a role in something.
Wow.
Actively happy.
What went wrong?
What constitutes
I mean,
active happiness? It's like,
dude,
yes,
okay.
Chris Pratt.
No, I mean, has he screwed a role up yet? I mean, except for being pushed into everything. I mean, even in Jurassic World, seeing him be silly was one of the best parts.
Is it because he looks like one of your ferrets?
Exactly. Yeah, Sam gets it.
I think
a good meme.
it's not that he's done wrong. It's kind of like the whole Nolan North thing, where like a voice actor asked Troy Baker, like, how do I get into voice acting? And Troy Baker basically said, wait for me and Nolan North to die.
Shots been fired.
Finally, then roles will be open for everyone else.
Man knows what he's up to.
Yeah, but it also, I mean, like, it is kind of. I don't know what voice he's going to give fucking Garfield.
I hope
That's
it's
going to be
Italian.
interesting.
Oh, is that a thing now? Is that something that's
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got
he's
confirmed
Garfield
as
as
the
well.
voice of. He's the voice of Garfield in the Mark Dindal Garfield movie.
Yeah.
You know, it's like guy who made Emperor's New Groove is making a Garfield movie in the year of our Lord 2022, which is.
I did not know that.
I'm sorry, John.
Where's my
I'm sorry,
lasagna, John?
Jonathan.
He grows like fucking
Guys,
16
guys.
legs and turns it into
You
You
are
mean the
missing.
Garfield? What is it?
You are missing what this means. In like 50 years' time, when Chris Pratt gets a cameo in some kick-ass zombie movie and he gets asked if he regretted anything in his life, he can also utter the infamous line, "Nothing except for Garfield."
Yeah.
He's the new Bill Murray.
Do not.
Do not squelch the good name of Murray.
No, he's not.
Dude, Bill, look, I don't think Chris Pratt has reached the point that he can eat your French fries off your plate, look you in the eye, and say, no one will believe you, and walk away yet. I don't think.
The thing is, he could, but only Bill Murray does it. That's what makes Bill Murray, that he has reached the point where he understands he can do it and pulls it off.
Also, Chris Pratt doesn't have the ability to look 40 years old for 40 years and then become an old man. Look at a picture of Bill Murray when he turns 20. He's still 40.
Yeah,
Like,
he's an old man.
He's always been just a little bit old. Chris Pratt still looks kind of like a fairly young lad. And
He was
that
probably
doesn't
a very wrinkly baby, I'd say, Bill Murray. Like he
What's
comes.
that I see?
Congratulations,
Yeah.
man.
But Lux has a great suggestion in the chat.
Very true.
Chris Pratt for Egon 2023. Let's go. The Lux, go to your
No.
room.
No, Chris Pratt cannot play smart to do that.
Ooh.
Like,
Shots been fired.
what?
He does look
I
a
don't
little bit
thi-
old.
I'll have you know that
Yeah, that's him when he
Pratt's
was
like
20.
one of the biggest fans of Awkward Show.
He's crying right now. I don't see Chrissy like me. Oh my God.
I've always wanted to
He's
play
eating,
Max.
he's eating chips off someone else's plate.
Oh,
And
she
just
like me. She like Star-Lord. Oh my God. There's nothing better than that particular kind of crying voice.
Oh, I'm just like,
barely
"Oh."
holding on.
Quivering.
Yeah, I got it from Egoraptor's Legend of Zelda's Hequalitis when he's yelling at a copy of Skyward Sword and Skyward Sword is like, it's one of the funniest
Well,
fucking things.
you
Anyway,
said
we've gone
Egon too
off
many
a
times, and
tangent.
you've summoned Abby to the chat.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hi, Lauren. I had your art as my background earlier. They weren't happy with me.
No.
I mean, you can always bring it back.
It wasn't her Zenigata art, which is much better.
I mean,
But-
her Zenigata art is fantastic. But are you saying this isn't well drawn?
It has nothing to do with the content of the image, you understand. It's the principle of the matter, which is in that it's just fucking weird.
How is liking Egon Spengler weird?
It's not. It's just like it's just the last thing that I expected out of this evening. I was like, oh, this is very exciting. I get to come in and see some of my mates again from across the world. Get to check in with Berlin and the hellscape that is Los Angeles again. And then I sit down and it's just like, oh, all right.
Hey, I'm free.
Just keep
I
drinking.
don't care what
You'll be
you
fine.
say. I am free. If people could simp Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn, I could simp Egon Spengler. I don't see
That's
the
valid,
difference.
actually. Yeah.
Exactly.
I am cringe, but I am free.
Yes.
Oh, that could have been bad.
Ooh.
Careful with the fire.
Yep.
Hey,
We don't want
hey.
any gender reveal parties going on in here. Jesus.
It's only 6 matches in my hand.
Exactly.
So, anyways,
that's
we
not,
went
that's
we went
not
on a
wasteful. Yes. So, but yeah, what's going on in everybody's life? What's going? I mean,
if you want to talk about wasteful, this Chinese food box is full of.
Wow,
lit
those
matches.
fries look good.
Why? Why are you using all these matches? Is there incense in your house?
I like them when I'm anxious because it gives me something to do with my hands.
have you
I
tried
don't know
a
what that
fidget
is about my.
spinner?
Please don't burn yourself. That would suck.
I do have a fidget spinner somewhere.
Ooh,
Let's all get our fidget spinners.
I don't have my fidget spinner, but
I
take
don't
me
have
back to
one.
2016. I want it. I want to go back.
Full stop. I've never had one. I always thought they were rather cringe, bruv. Until I tried one. I went to at the job. There was somebody who I was somebody who I was working with on on this thing that I can't talk about that we're doing at the moment.
I want to point out it's not mine.
I bought it for you.
Oh.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. That I literally get a fidget spinner bought for me.
I mean, my fidget spinner was a nut button, but I nutted too hard and it broke.
I mean,
Not.
Kids in the audience, don't nut so hard that the button breaks. All right.
Yeah,
That's
don't
all
hit the
this.
nut button that
Well,
hard.
so what is going on in everybody's life? Am I right?
we're never gonna get through this show. How about we start with Rob? What's going on recently with you in the UK?
I actually need to grab like a bunch of photos from my phone that aren't on the interwebs yet.
Why?
What I've been getting up to. So do Sam first.
Okay, we are
okay.
doing them
What's going
now.
on in the Repu-
Mine is going to be
What's going on in the
frightfully.
Republic of Ireland?
Mine, I promise you, is going to be frightfully boring because in the year that I haven't seen you guys, all I've been doing is working and furthering my own career. But it's good in a way though because it's like I pretty much just came straight out of college and just went into the field that I wanted to go into. So a couple of emotional breakdowns later and some reckoning with myself. I'm here now, I suppose. So it's basically just been hopping from one TV show, but they've been shooting here to another one, to another one, to another one, and doing a bunch of different jobs in between then. I've done everything from... Oh, I can tell you a funny story about one of the jobs that I did, I suppose, if we want some memery out of the evening.
Go ahead.
A good friend of mine who has since moved to Canada to go work in films over there. He was leaving a job, and he goes, well, they need somebody else to come in and replace me once I'm out. So do you want to come down and do it? And I said, yeah, sure, totally, man. Yeah, I'll give you a hand. So the first day that I turned up, they were shooting in this little pub in this town called Kilteal, which is like 20-25 minutes away from me. So I turn up, swing the car in, get introduced to a few people who are going to be there. It's all very nice and very chill and fine. They're all shooting outside, and they're about to come move inside in the next couple of hours. I'm moving around inside, just cleaning up some stuff, and I see that the fellow who I'm meant to be replacing is sort of in the corner, kind of doing this. And I'm like, "Are you all right, mate?" And he goes, "Yeah, we may need you to do something later. I'm like, okay. So I go to the guy who's above me in the department and go, what's up? He's getting a bit sick. And he goes, yeah. How are you with like cleaning up bathrooms? And I was like, oh, fine, you know, like it's part of the job description to fucking, like, you know, keep the location tidy. That's like what I'm here to go and do and make sure that's all right. And he goes, yeah, but this is a bit hardcore. I was like, what happened? And he leads me into this downstairs bathroom, and there's about maybe an inch or so dirty water on the ground. And I'm like, did someone flush a cloth? And he goes, yeah. So my first day on this job that my friend had very lovingly asked me to come and do was spent literally cleaning up a river of shit so that everybody else in the building didn't have their gear broken. And I walked outside all smiles, and everyone's like, you all right, Sam? And I was like, lads, after the day that I've just had, literally we can only go up from here.
That is one hell of a shitty first day.
I really think that's literally my day as well. Like I had to go to my sister's today, and we were just helping out around the house. And then my sister looks at me in the eyes and says, "Rob, could you like help pick up my dog's crap in like the back garden?" I'm like, "Okay, sure." It's like maybe 1 or 2. No, she hadn't picked up the crap in like 2 months. So it was a minefield of rotten dog shit.
Ew! Does she let her kids play out there?
No, she has no children yet. But if she does have children, I'm not cleaning that up.
That's the secret. That wasn't the dog shit. That was the secret child's.
And I question what they're feeding it, dear Lord.
Kibbles and bits.
Right, I'm currently downloading and saving a bunch of stuff and pictures.
The Birmingham diet.
Is it from your trip earlier this
yes.
month?
Yes. That's the biggest thing that's happened to me recently. Well, I mean, to rewind the clock, I suppose. Last year was the last time I saw it, so I got a job. I graduated, went to the games industry, moved to Guildford in wonderful near London. Worked for just a bit and nothing exciting happened. But then that was all build up to saving up money to go over to Wisconsin, United States, and experience a thing that you guys call Thanksgiving or something like that.
The Thanksgiving, you say? Yeah. I have heard of that.
Dead turkeys and manifest destiny, baby.
Yeah, gotta manifest that destiny.
Wait a second. Isn't there something in the American Constitution that British people are explicitly forbidden to be in the US over Thanksgiving?
I have the last name Fitzpatrick. I think I'm fine.
You know,
I don't know where that information came from.
I don't know where that came from. That's the first time I've heard of it.
I feel like it's a lie.
He wouldn't say it 3 times in a row, then it couldn't be a lie.
So I've got a bunch of different stories to tell from my trip, but I'll save like the best bits, I suppose. So immediately the trip was an absolute disaster because I lost my bag at the airport. And it was entirely my own fault. So basically, I'm tired. I'm at a new country, new airport. I have no idea what's going on. I see everyone take their bags, which I've got, by the way. I've got my luggage in my hand. I'm ready to leave. And I see everyone queuing up to put their bags back onto a second conveyor belt. And I'm thinking, okay, this must be like one last security check.
No.
Robert.
No, it was in fact that everyone on that plane, if you're getting a connecting flight, had to collect your luggage back through the system. So yeah, my bag got stuck in like the entire airport system in Wisconsin for like a good 3 hours.
Fucking idiot.
Nothing was lost. We can chuckle about my stupidity now because nothing of value was lost except my own time.
Except your pride.
Except my pride. Oh, I never
wasn't that valuable to begin with.
I never. My pride was not that valuable to begin with. Exactly. I'm just uploading videos and footage because then on the next day, as soon as I've got all my stuff, my wonderful daughter, Luximus or Chloe, decided to take me snowboarding for the first time, which I had never done before. And Chloe, with an eye for content, obviously recorded me going down the biggest mountain they had.
Let me catch up to actually show what you're talking about. So, first picture or second picture?
The first picture is Thanksgiving. Doxing, of course. Face reveal, even. They have. God, Jesus, do you guys have huge families?
What?
Like I had to make flashcards to remember all of Luximus's siblings.
This is how you
Like,
look?
by the dozen.
This has been your face the entire time? I didn't even know.
I know. Look at him. He looks like a lad. Lad.
Well, I'm sweating there because basically I prepared a curry to take to Thanksgiving. Give something a bit more unique than turkey. And I was like, okay, that's fine. We can prepare the rice when I'm over there. Sorry, we don't have any white rice. We've got brown rice. I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. It's just rice, right? All rice is the same. It's not like brown rice takes 40 more minutes to cook than white rice. So everyone's sitting down for Thanksgiving, and I'm slaving over a stove. I've got the temperature maxed out. I'm like Gordon Ramsay over there, like, the rice! Bring me the rice! More! I need more! and then the grandma who's done this for like 70 years is just like effortlessly like doing 5 different dishes at once, and I'm here just like relentlessly stirring this rice with the passion of God inside me.
Right, you know that grannies are magic, right? Like they just have this like fucking innate ability to be able to just like make that kind of thing just appear out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, and then I'm like collapsed over the stove, and then the granny just leans over and says, "Oh, that looks done, dear." You know.
Jesus.
Can I just say real quick? Your boy who's sitting in front of the TV at the back right corner looks like he's been photoshopped in.
He does. He looks like a Photoshop. It's so funny.
The outline around his head makes it look like he's been photoshopped in.
Hey Max, my files are too powerful for Discord, so can I send you them on Skype?
Yes, I can figure this out. Oh, Jesus,
yeah, I can't link it on Discord, I'm afraid.
How do I get Skype over there without it being visible on the screen? That is the tricky part.
You have to download it and play the video, right?
Yeah, but it's also, or I can try to go for web Skype. But yeah, you can send it to me. That's or DM, the Twitter DMs, I believe, allow every.
Twitter DMs. Okay, that'll work better.
But
sure.
So,
we can move on. We can move on and then show those videos later. There's a ton of great stories from Thanksgiving. Afterwards, I joined up with a wonderful Kichi FIM and Chuggle D Buggle, and we went to the Kalahari Water Resort at the Dells. It was wonderful. I played bowling. I remember I hate bowling. Yeah, it was a great time.
You forgot that you hated bowling?
Yeah, I forgot that I hated bowling because it had been so long since I last played bowling.
So
it's not that I hate bowling. It's fine. I just suck.
So do I show the second picture you sent, or do we wait for the video?
I'll tell you what. Show that picture on its own.
It's pretty strong.
A Renaissance style art piece.
To capture
the composition.
Yeah.
The rule of 3. You can show that picture as a preview of things to come, you know.
Behold his
there
legend.
we go. Beautiful. Right, all right. I haven't sent you a private message in like 10 years.
I'm putting together like a whole like just file, by the way, of like just pictures that I'm gonna play at your wedding. That is.
It's fair. It's very fair.
Why don't you just like put it on Dropbox or Drive and just link it?
That would also work.
That would also work.
Drive would actually work, and then I can actually directly play it without issues.
That implies that we think about how we organize our files.
You think that I prepare for AWKWARDCast? Come on.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So sorry.
But yeah, what I guess while he's looking for the file, did anything happen in your week, Keyframe? Anything noteworthy sharing?
Let me think.
If you say no, we have a problem because wait, something did happen in your week. I remember it now. It happened to me too, and to this person who just posted F in the chat. Wait, there's a chat.
Well, yes, I know, but I also finished 2 games this week.
Oh, so you
oh yeah.
I have literally nothing for this week.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I finished the Undertale Pacifist route on stream on Sunday, and that was fun. It is a much different experience playing that than it is just being next to someone and chiding them the entire time, which is what I did with Max years ago.
Can confirm.
it was Lauren, my friend Lizzie, my friend Chris, and my friend Jay joining me during those Undertale streams, and Chris picked the great idea of making Asriel Dreamer Seth Rogen. Oh my god. No, that's exactly what you think. And it was fucking wild. I actually started to get good at dodging, right at the end of the fucking game.
Yeah.
One thing you don't realize about the pacifist route, you have to do it all basically in one go because there's no place to stop when you're doing the pacifist route. So we were streaming for 4 hours.
Oof.
And I wouldn't recommend. And then, I streamed for 24 hours straight without sleeping, so...
That
sounds really fun.
Hey, we raised money for charity, so...
Hey.
But,
Wait, no.
But yeah, and then...
That's the
Cost
wrong
of your
one.
health.
No,
this is a video.
And then,
there it is.
Then on Wednesday... Oh yeah, I make little PNG tubers, so that little icon talks, moves around when I speak. And then on Wednesday, I finished South Park Stick of Truth, which was a lot of fun. There's a lot more penis at the end of South Park Stick of Truth than I wanted, so I had to private the last part.
Oh, this sounds so disturbingly familiar.
And because here's the thing, at least with the underpants gnome part of Stick of Truth, I was able to censor the entire thing with a slideshow of puppies. I didn't know there would be penis at the end of Stick of Truth. And the guy was constantly moving, and his penis was just right there. And he was scratching it.
Look away.
Yeah. But it was really fun. I really like Stick of Truth. I can't wait. I got fractured butthole during the winter sale. Because it was only like $20 it was like less than $20 during the winter sale, which is great because usually it's like $40.
Respectable, yeah.
So I can't wait to play that. I'll probably play it on Stream Miss this coming week, so that's going to be cool. And I started playing the Ghostbusters video game, the remastered version, the one that has all the actors come back for it, and it is so much fun. I feel like a child, and it's actually like the first time in. What? What did you say?
Got your fixed Egon.
But it was the first time in a while that I actually have a game that I play just not on stream and just play
for yourself,
which is really fun.
Oh yeah.
I do plan to probably play it on stream sometimes, make it because there's careers that you can pick. But I'm just having fun playing it by myself, and just being the piece of ghost busting trash that I am.
Excellent.
And but besides that, the big thing that happened this week is that we had the season finale of 3 Idiots with me and Lauren and Max.
Bam!
Yep, and we ended the season with how we started, arguing about dumb shit. But instead of battle brackets, we did tier lists. And I'm gonna call out Max for making us have because he had the longest tier list that we did.
Only because you got a custom tier list last minute from Odie, because your Pokemon list would have been even longer.
I was
Did you do that?
No, here's the thing. I was going to pick the Disney Princess one, given how long yours was. I had 2. I had backups. Because I'm considerate of people's time! But no, we did a himbo list for Lauren, which was a lot of fun. Markiplier and Saberspark got Chef's Kiss, as well as, Himbo himself. He got a Chef's Kiss.
The one true Himbo.
Goku got straight up dumbass, which is also great. Don't look away like you want to grab the ferret. You could sit and pay attention for 5 minutes without having to grab something. Actually, that could be useful.
It's now on my desk. I have been cursed. No, take it away.
It actually would be useful. But but what? You.
But yes, continue calling me out.
Oh yeah, well I am. Don't interrupt me. I am calling you out. It's just over other things. But no, we did the himbo list, which was fun, and then for Max's, we did every Stardew Valley character.
Ah.
Because you want to know why we did that, and not just the bachelors and bachelorettes? Because he wanted to gush about the one MILF in the game that he wanted to talk about. Which means we had to talk about like 12 other characters.
More.
That was
I
a
thought
long
the little
list.
dark monster was pretty hot.
Oh, I think we put him in Whomst.
No, I believe he went in D. I believe he went in D. You mean the
He went
shadow
in D.
creature, right? Or do you mean the dwarf?
I've got that game. I haven't played it yet.
I haven't played it in a couple of months. I do like it.
I mean, I did get my revenge because I made a category. We had a very long argument about Harvey during that entire thing.
Oh, the doctor?
Yep.
Yeah, because Harvey is my favorite. He's my number one. He's my boy. And
I feel like the more questions I ask may open up the flame war again. So.
I mean, I put the link
know,
to the episode in the description down below, so...
The TLDR is that when Max revealed all the things he didn't like about Harvey, we had the realization those were just aspects about him. So I made a category called... So I made a category called Just Max and put Harvey in there.
Me. I pointed out that Harvey is a wet blanket, and you are like, yeah, like you. Like, excuse me, I am
You've called
charmer.
yourself a wet blanket.
I am a charmer, I let you know, young lady.
I mean, yes, you are, but have you ever considered that maybe Harvey's charming and you don't see it because you're a straight male?
Boring. He's just standing there being like, "Hi, do you have coffee for me?"
Okay, no offense, sweetie, but is this really something you should say as the person who had literally nothing in their week happen?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, boring.
I cleaned the floor. Yeah. We did like big spring cleaning yesterday because when you own ferrets, your flat is turning into an absolute mess within a week.
Absolutely roasted and goaded.
Anyway, anything else happening in your week? If not, I have some mysterious video files.
And then we had besides that, the other list was Charlie made a list of the characters I simp for, and the judging was how trashy was this pick, and yeah, some of mine are very Chrissy Y. That was great. Yeah. Because that's all I need on my weekend is people judging why I simp Blitz from Hell of a Boss, Shaggy, Javelin, and Egon. Like, that's all I need in my life. But yeah, besides that, nothing much.
I mean, I could open that can, but I feel like we've opened enough cans this evening.
What, Sam? No, you can't just say I want
No. We've opened enough cans this evening. Thank you. We've opened enough cans this evening. I feel like we should move on.
Well, what, Sam?
Stop lighting matches. It's actually making me weirdly uncomfortable.
Don't scare me.
It's like you've got one emote that you just play over and over again, you know?
It's a match emote. Flame, recognize flame.
That's good.
But yeah, mysterious video files.
Yes.
Yes.
As promised, it's only fair enough. So you might need to pause. I'm the one in the middle there, just going down now. I've never snowboarded before in my life, and it's a lot faster than it looks. I fall like an angel, piloting a blimp. Yeah, no, don't worry. Oh, I didn't want to hit the tractor that someone weirdly put down a mountain. Don't know who put that tractor there.
Me losing control of my life, like.
And there's a second mysterious video. Or is it the same?
Oh, there's a second video. There's a second.
Oh, you tried again.
I've evaded the tractor with my Ultra Instinct powers. And I'm starting to slowly get the hang of it and actually make it down the mountain. No, I don't. I eat shit and die. And at this point, I'm just asking myself, why? Why am I here? Just a snuffer. Just a snow.
You're from Birmingham. You're not meant to be skiing. There we go.
Oh, there you again. Yeah.
And at this point, I just sort of like just sit there, catch my breath, wonder.
Take 5.
Take 5. And you'll see it pan across here, just how much left of the mountain there is to go, and how much steeper it is.
I mean, as somebody who actually can ski and has learned skiing to a point where you can basically put me on the top of every
Swiss Alps, right?
pist, and I can just I'm not sure where I was, but it was like I even went down black pists. Maybe not black diamond or whatever they are called, but yeah, I went down anything. And then it was like, I can do skiing, let's try something new. And so me, my dad, and my brother-in-law took a snowboarding course.
Yep.
So went there. One day, flop, 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 falling. And I'm like, I this was still like ages ago, but I was like, I can already ski. I know how to get down a snowy mountain, and it is too frustrating for me to start at zero. So I gave my snowboard back. I rented skiers and skied for the rest of the vacation. So did my dad.
Hang on 1 second, because I bet you 100% looked like this.
Oh no!
Where's the chat?
Oh no! It's coming.
Like when you say, "Oh, I'm very, very good at skiing." Where's the chat gone? Oh, there it is. Like, I guarantee you look like Ned Flanders.
You know it. Wait,
Totally.
Feels like I am wearing nothing at all.
Absolutely.
Stupid sexy A and Y. Somebody.
Sexy Flanders.
Someone Photoshop it. Someone do the Photoshop job, please.
Oh no, Odie's in the chat now. It might actually happen.
The story from snowboarding is that I'm a gymnast. I've got the balance for it. I could balance and snowboard okay. Turning, stopping, or even moving around, on the other hand, I'm not so good at. A child was a very good break for me, as I sort of impaled them in the back, and I used them to stop.
Well, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
Have I ever told you that I almost ran over my baby cousin with like an inner tube back in the day when I went to a ski resort? Okay,
that's amazing.
So it was early aughts, maybe even earlier than aughts, and so I was like a young child, maybe like 4 or 5, maybe probably more like 5 or 6. Yeah. More than a couple decades ago. And at the ski resort we went to in Vermont, there was like the sledding, but with like inner tubing, and which is a lot of fun, really cool. So we're at the top of this giant fucking mountain, and I'm going down. What I see in my peripheral, not even peripheral, just from the distance, is this tiny little puffball of winter coats, just going like, It's my 1-year-old baby cousin, just kind of waddling about on the fucking sledding thing, and I was like, I can't stop this. I'm about to get some childhood trauma. Yeah. Luckily, my uncle pulled her out of the way into like one of those in-between areas. But I'm just like, Christ.
Could have died.
Yeah, no, I did not get childhood trauma that day. That was for years later. But like, it was still just a thing of like, fucking, who wasn't watching you? Why were you waddling? And it's not like she was a hard sight to see. She looked like the fucking kid in A Christmas Story with the million jackets on. She was just waddling
I can't put my arms down.
No, that's basically what she was.
Probably the uncle that eventually caught her just in time. But yeah, since we are already advanced in time, it's a good news that yes, this week really nothing to share happened. So,
please let us know what you have done.
We've got time.
I had spring cleaning yesterday. I cleaned the flat.
It's December.
I know. I call it spring cleaning to symbolize how deep the cleaning went.
What about the thing that you did last week, which was listen to an audiobook?
That is one hell of a segue into our media segment. By the way, I have not gotten anybody else's media. Dum. But no.
I'm still trying to find mine.
Fair. But yeah. We started and finished a completely new audiobook to both of us by the beautiful name of Dreadnought. I originally got this audiobook got my attention because it was advertised by Dominic Noble. I mean, advertised. He got a Patreon request to review the book by the author herself, and he did, and then he made a critique video about it. But so a little bit of a taste of what it is about. It's in a world where some people are just super powered. I mean, it's not really in a world where some people are just super. I mean, not really that big of a deal nowadays. You have it. It seems to be a more common thing. So a lot of people just live like, no, you have super speed. You don't go super. You just work as a courier. So a little bit My Hero Academia-esque. I'm not sure about the timeline if this audiobook actually predates My Hero. So, but imagine a similar world, but less anime, more like Western inspired. And in this world, you have our narrator Danny, who happens to witness the mortal defeat. No, the final defeat. Somebody died. Fatal. There's the fatals. Yeah. So and
Spoiler, by the way.
it happens within the first chapter. So just to give the premise of the show, and I will also link Dominic's video below, but it will have definitely more spoilers. So take this with a lot of caution. Danny happens to witness the fatal defeat of basically the Superman of the world, Dreadnought, who just drops right in front of her and is like, oh fuck, I'm dying. It's time for me to pass on my power. Hey, you, boy. Unbeknownst to Dreadnought, Danny is actually a trans woman. So, boy, on first glance, calls her over and is like, here, have my powers. So, once again, My Hero Academia. But the fun fact is that the moment Danny gets the powers, this is a power whenever it gets passed on, the carrier gets physically transformed in the ideal version of themselves. But here we have Danny, who is a trans woman, so basically she gets a supermodel body, which is actually less. It's not as self-fulfillment power fantasy as you think. Even though it's obviously a power fantasy, she's literally getting Superman level powers. No, but it actually gets called out. It gets pointed out like, oh shit, she looks too attractive because it is a self-image thing. And like, oh god, no, I turned myself into basically a photoshopped version of a person. But no, from there on out, it follows her story. Like once, the superhero growing up arc where she struggles with the responsibility that comes with great power. I'm not sure if you ever heard of a line down those.
Probably, totally not.
Yeah, very, very.
But I mean, maybe with like great accountability, something like that.
Yeah, something, allegedly. But yeah, and on the other hand, there's also a very strong emphasis actually on her personal journey as well. A trans woman who so far has been completely closeted, thanks to the fact that she has a, let's say, very conservative and dominant father. And probably to nobody's surprise at this point, Natasha Sudeik? Whatever, the author. Wait, no, this is narrated by, I'm an idiot. April Daniels, that's it. April Daniels. April Daniels, the author of it, is, big surprise, also a trans woman, so there is actually a lot of first-hand experience going in it. However, she also talked to other trans women, and therefore it's an accumulation of a shared experience. So you get a superhero story and this kind of reflection on it, even in an idealized version, how the struggle goes. And yeah, it was actually a pretty cool listen. I would highly recommend it. Is there
Who is it narrated by?
Natasha Sudek, so the name that I accidentally read first. This might actually be my biggest critique point about the audiobook specifically.
Oh, here we go.
That the narrator. Yeah, the narrator talks always like in a low, depressed voice, which in the beginning fits perfectly. But she keeps this voice for the narrator, which doesn't really make sense anymore. And then you have her still talking in this low, depressed voice for the protagonist, who is now a teenage girl, like physically. And then she runs into a male character, and he gets this kind of voice, which is higher than the female's voice. And I'm like, it's kind of immersion breaking on a certain level. But yeah, besides that, you actually get used to it. I believe a few sessions in, I eventually turned to Dan and was like, "Hey, I'm not getting annoyed by the voice anymore, but it's still there." But yeah, besides that, I would say good story. I'm trying to think of who might not be into it. I mean,
seem to have a running thing for attracting to audiobooks that just have a singular character with some kind of cape against the sky, because the cover art for this does look like the Never Hero cover art.
He doesn't have a cape, but it's also similar. He's also very in shadow. That's true. Then for the Reckoners, the first one, Steelheart is also Steelheart, who is also a Superman clone, by the way. Looks also very much like it. It's true. I like superhero stories, so what can I say? But yeah,
You're consistent.
Exactly. So if you don't like superhero stories or don't like any LGBT related literature, then yeah, I guess that's definitely not for you.
If you're a homophobe or a transphobe,
for obvious reasons, it might not be yours. Yeah.
I mean, listen, educate yourself.
Yeah, I was about to.
Your fucking mind.
Yeah, I was about to say, still get it, listen to it. First of all, give the author your money, and maybe, who knows, you might come out a better or more understanding person. But yeah, that was mine. Who wants to go next? People posted stuff. Oh, somebody posted stuff there. Where do we start? Who goes next?
In order of postage.
Let's go with British.
British. The British man, who is a guest.
I mean, I've consumed a lot of content over the last couple of months since we've last been here. The thing I'm bringing is Centaur World. It's a wonderful series. The latest season has literally just came out, and it's the final season, so you can watch the entire show on Netflix. 2 seasons long. I finished it in like 2 days. It's good. If you're a fan of My Little Pony and general happiness in general, and I think Centaur World is like it's very stupid. It's delightfully stupid, in fact. But the main character is going into this world from the so it's where do I even start? It's kind of like an isekai where you've got 2 worlds. You've got the Centaur world and you've got the regular world of humans and regular horses. And a regular horse gets sent over to the Centaur world and is like, why is everyone singing? Why is everything so cute and cringe and all sorts? It's you relate very quickly to the main character.
It already sounds like it. Yeah, it sounds like I can relate.
Yeah, you relate very much quickly to the main character because they're a war-torn, battle-hardened warrior in Disneyland all of a sudden, and they're just as confused and just as upset. And despite it having the same kind of shenanigans and what would you say, cutesiness of like a Disney or a early generation My Little Pony, it's written by Megan McCarthy, first of all. She's one of the main prominent people on the show. And it does actually have a plot and a sick-ass villain who's on screen right now. The
Nowhere King. Oh, I've seen both seasons, so
I finished it.
I love this show. Glendale is my favorite character.
Yeah, Glendale's sick.
Glendale and Comfortable Doug. Gotta be comfortable.
I don't get Comfortable Doug.
How dare you not get Comfortable Doug?
It's a forced meme. I don't like it when shows try and force something on you. They try so hard to get you to obsess. First of all, you need to Google a picture of Comfortable Doug so you understand what we're talking about, and we don't sound like madmen. But they try so hard to force this character on you as this meme joke character. Please get attached to this.
No, Comfortable Doug is just a sweaty man. He's just a sweaty man.
He's very sweaty.
Well, because he lives down in he lives underground.
You
Wouldn't
mean this
be
guy?
happy?
Yeah, that's comfortable.
Yeah,
Doug.
comfortable Doug.
Yeah.
He's a mole.
He's half
Oh,
mole.
yeah.
He's a
Mole
mole
part.
bar.
Oh yeah, he is. Wait, let me get his moleness on screen.
His moliness, if you will.
Yeah, here is his moliness.
But yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't think it's a forced meme because when you look up production stuff for the show, apparently this was the character everyone in the crew was enamored with because they apparently have enough artwork of Comfortable Doug that the team just drew for no reason that they could make an artwork of just Comfortable
This
Doug.
is Joe Biden's America. God damn it.
Where Comfortable Doug roams the streets.
Hey, I'm just saying, look at that little plushie someone made of Comfortable Doug. He's a friend.
Okay, that's probably cute. I get a plushie of Comfortable Doug. That's fair. But like,
He's probably very scratchy.
yeah. If
He has
if you were the kind of person who watched Gen 4 MLP, it was like, dude, I'm so happy that this has like adventure and a plot to it, and it's not just stupid songs and hijinks. And I think that you'll appreciate Centaur World. I will say this though, it has so many songs, and they're not all bangers. They're a lot of them. Okay, so like season 1 Pinkie Pie, where she would just sing about anything and everything whatsoever. Like, for no reason, they just burst out into a stupid song. That happens a lot, so if that did grade you, then just temper your expectations there. There is a lot of that, and it's consistent throughout the entire show.
Especially when you have episodes where there will be one of those songs, and then there will be, like, a fucking beautiful banger at the same time.
Yeah,
right
there are
afterwards.
beautiful bangers in this show. Absolutely.
Like in the episode with the boat and the fucking hippo centaur, like you have their building a boat song, and then you have her song about getting the door key, and it's like, what the 1-to-1 day and night.
You've got a song about building a stupid boat compared to like a self-reflection on her identity and her entire life's purpose up until this point, and this war-torn war that has slaughtered thousands. You know.
It also is just a lot at once. It doesn't slow down until it gets like dark.
There is no
like,
slowing down.
Especially when it's the whole crew together of like the bird, the How I Met Your Mother giraffe, Glendale. Durpleton. And it's a lot. And if you can't handle a lot of weird at once, you're going to get overwhelmed by the show really fast.
Yes. That's why the target audience of this show is bronies. They're the only one who have been.
Oh, come on.
Like you have to work out to go to like a bodybuilding contest. Only bronies have the specimen, the actual statistics to back up the
This doesn't really mean.
So you're therefore limiting the audience that you would recommend Centaur World for to just this handful of people. I get it.
Yeah, what the fuck, you racist?
Well, okay. Well, this is the Awkward Show, and no one in the Awkward Show who watches it are like not ex-bronies.
This is how the non-bronies feel about being told not to watch Centaur World.
Anyway, so who should not watch it?
Centaur World. It's on Netflix. It's fun. Also watch The Owl House.
Oh yeah, that is something.
I mean, always. We are in a period of time where Owl House, Amphibia, and Ghost of Molly McGee are all on hiatus at the same time. This is the worst timeline.
Yeah.
That's debatable.
At least we have comfortable.
No, Max, I demand you put the picture that I put in the chat on screen.
Okay, there's more pictures and more chats.
And in 3, 2, 5.
Oh boy.
I looked back. It was just Flanders. Yeah.
No, it disappeared.
Oh,
There it is.
Go back to Glendale. Yeah,
Best
this is how all
character.
of this is. Glendale is the best character. I love her to bits, and it's not just because her face is how I draw gremlins. I just love her. She's a kleptomaniac. She has like a little portal in that she can activate like a portal in her stomach, and she's constantly just stealing shit.
Yeah. She steals everything. A lot of the hand-drawn memes are shown through Glendale because they just draw her like Kermit the Frog, you know?
Like sometimes she'll just have a straight-up Muppet mouth. In one episode, she gets buff because she's in prison for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, she's great. She gets. Here's the thing: when they're in prison for 5 minutes and she becomes like a prison buff person, she has a teardrop tattoo.
Yeah.
Who did she kill?
Yeah.
Somebody.
I love her.
Question.
I love Glendale so much.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite characters.
But yeah,
But yes, watch Centaur World.
you want to take it from here, Key? So we go back, forth, or do we
yeah,
want to
yeah, sure,
sandwich
sure.
the guests?
No. Well, Sam, do you have a? Oh yeah, you're going to talk about House of Gucci.
I am going to talk about Gucci, but I don't mind if you
How
want to go
about he
first.
talks about House of Gucci, because I'm trying to find a way to condense my Ghostbusters nerdydom into a quick. Also, the fact that my media is going to be just first impressions of the game.
Well, Sam, you have the stage.
Well, I mean, my options for coming on here were either to talk about Last Night in Soho and how much I hated it and how much Edgar Wright betrayed me, or I talk about a good movie, which is this movie, House of Gucci, and it is a good movie. It's directed by the GOAT, Ridley Scott, who did 2 movies this year, one of which I'm very sad didn't do very well. That was Last Duel. And then there's this one, which is based off of the true story of the Gucci family. Essentially, it starts with Lady Gaga plays the main character in this, and she's actually very good. I don't really give a shit about what anybody says. I quite like her. She plays this sort of very like working class girl who is a secretary in her dad's truck driving business. And on a whim, one evening when she's at a party, she meets Maurizio Gucci, who's played by the handsome Adam Driver. Essentially the whole story is about how they get married, and then it's just a whole downward spiral of backstabbing, corruption, sex, drugs, rock and roll, of how everybody fucks over everybody else for control over the brand. Now, all the reviews that I bothered to look at going into this either said that this was the best movie that they'd seen all year, or it was the absolute pinnacle of cringe, because of none of the accents actually make any of the actors sound like that they're actually Italian. Now, most of the accents don't make any of the actors sound like that they're actually Italian, but I've never been in a cinema. It's chic.
Italians don't exist. What are you talking about?
Italy's not a real place.
But
Yeah.
if you close your eyes.
It's basically Romans light.
Yeah.
Light diet Romans. So no, like I've never been in a cinema where the audience was laughing consistently so much, and for whatever reasons that they were laughing for, I don't really think it mattered, because it felt like everybody was just having a good time. Jared Leto, right? Now listen, man may have a sex cult on a Caribbean island where he dresses up like Jesus, and he gets people to just have mass orgies. I'm pretty sure that's true. Don't quote me on that.
No, it is.
Cool.
He also
It
makes
is.
them pay like $3,000 to fuck him, and the price varies about how attractive he finds you.
Yeah.
That's pretty
We live in the best timeline, boys.
That's some Alkabikades.
Alkabikades. The man may have a sex cult on a Caribbean island, but my god, every minute that man is on screen is like a treasure trove, a golden treasure trove of just humor and cringe. It like, regardless of the amount of talent that's there present, and there's great talent there, the Adam Driver and Lady Gaga kill it, Jeremy Irons and Al Pacino, the goats, like they all do a great job. It's well shot. The soundtrack is great. Everything like everything about it technically is just really, really fantastic. But every word that just comes out of Jared Leto's fat suited, he puts on 60,000 pounds to play the weight of my feelings looking ass. Every syllable is just golden. And if you go see anything at all this month, you should absolutely go and see it. There he is! There's the goat! There he is!
There's Jared Leto's cult.
Just straight up dresses like Jesus and has an orgy.
You know what? My man turned OnlyFans into a convention.
He kind of
I gotta
did,
respect
didn't he?
that.
Was it
Max,
fucking
put that last picture
Jonestown
up,
sunglasses?
But yeah, I have only 2 questions about this movie, Sam.
Yeah.
Question number 1, do we get Adam Driver shirtless? And question number 2, how high is his belt line?
I'm pretty sure that there's a bit where he's shirtless, but I can't remember where. And his belt line is about average for a man of his height. I
got so
Sorry,
used to Adam Driver's belt line being above the belly button, I can't look at him any other way anymore.
No, his belt line's about average. I feel like that they insisted that it be that way because it's meant to be a respectable, you are a Gucci type of thing.
Oh well.
There's the evening that I went to go see Last Jedi, which is a piece of shit and I hate it, no matter what my friends tell me. We were sitting in the back row, and it was a midnight showing. And I remember I was sitting next to a friend of mine who had seen it earlier that day, and there's the bit in the movie where fucking Daisy Ridley walks into the room, and she like closes her eyes and she's like, "Can you please just like put a shirt on?" And my friend just like grabs my hand and goes, "Here we go!" And I was like, "What?" And then it cuts to Adam Driver just turning around shirtless. We fucking lost it. It's funny. I would go sit House of Gucci.jpg. Please put that picture up. That made that whole horrible experience entirely worth it, just to have my friend go, "Here we go," and then Adam Driver just turns around. Ben Swolo just turns around shirtless.
It's so, I felt so bad for him with all the memes because I'm like, it's not your fault that they decide that's how you have to dress.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter how buff and good looking you are. If your fucking pants are up to your tits, then I don't know what you expect to look like.
I really hope that he appreciates the memes, though. I feel like he could take a joke, so I think that like
it's not like he's watching his own movies anyways. He hates looking at himself on screen.
Oh, baby.
But yes, enjoy this wholesome picture of Lady Gaga feeding Adam Driver a chalupa. I love this image.
That's a calzone, you fucking infidel.
Anybody who shouldn't or would not enjoy House of Gucci, if I ever find there it is.
People who don't like 3-hour-long movies.
I guess it's a fair warning.
No, see, here's the thing, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it's a good 2.5 hours, but a good movie doesn't feel like it's 2.5 hours. You know, you walk in, you sit down, you have a couple laughs, you have a good time, and then you leave, and it's like, oh, fuck me, it's 6 o'clock. You know, like, that's the hallmark of a good movie, I think. I don't know, people who buy their clothes from Armani, you probably might not like it. People... I don't know, man. I liked it. I think it's a good time. It's good fun. It's like, it's not a. If you're someone who's like, oh now I want to go see something for the artistic value that's going to be in something. It's like, no, it's not a very artistic movie, but it's a good movie, and I'd rather go see a good movie than a movie that tried too hard to be up its own arse and just failed.
But yeah, they apparently their marketing is I mean, you describe it as a funny movie. I did not get any funny vibes from seeing the posters or whatever, and therefore was like expecting it to be a big artsy movie, and was like, I'm more in a blockbuster mood.
Maybe.
But it sounds like I'm missing out on this one. It sounds like I'm missing out. It sounds like I'm missing out on it.
No, dude, like absolutely. You know, like you know, if you want a day at the cinema, you know, it's a good time.
Really?
It might have been also the crowd that I saw it with, because Irish people just take the piss out of everything. We find everything funny, so that might have also been a factor to it. I don't know how German audience.
It's actually a super sad tragedy, but the Irish people are just treating it like a comedy. I see how it is.
Have you heard that story about fucking? I'm pretty sure it was Bill Burr, and he goes like. You know, in every country that I visited, I told this story at the very end where I talked about how my dad left my family at a really young age, right? And every country, everybody went really quiet. They like really wanted to be respectful, and they listened, and they really were paying attention. I went to Ireland and I told that story. I was like, you know, my dad left my family at an early age, and the whole audience just went, ah! He was like, what the fuck, man? Your dad left you, wuss.
Well, yeah. Key, you wanna bring us home?
Yeah, sure. So here's my first impressions of the Ghostbusters video game. Mind you, it's the remastered version, not the original like PS3 version. This one was a remastered version that came out in 2019. And I have to say, it's a lot of fun. So basically, you play a rookie who is joining the Ghostbusters. Your name is literally Rookie. On your little Ghostbusters thing, it says Rookie on it. That there's even a part where Ray asks our name, and Venkman's just like, no names, I don't want to get attached. You know what happened last time.
Oof.
We're leaving it there. And then Yeah, you're doing bustin'. And I've only gotten to a small part of it's a very big video game. I've only gotten through a small part. But I've gotten a basic taste for the gameplay and how everything's done. It's a very funny game. The game was actually written by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. So it was like this is the closest we're gonna get to a Ghostbusters 3 in the sense of the actual cast being all together kind of thing. Yeah. Blame Bill Murray. But like it's just really, really good. You can hear a little bit of age in some of their voices, but I don't really hear it. But according to people who are in calls when I'm playing the game and just have it on screen share, they're like, oh, I can kind of hear it. I don't. Also, apparently Dan Aykroyd sounds like Tom Hanks to people. Can't fix that. But by the way, Dan Aykroyd is like the perfect tutorial voice for a video game because when he talks, he always talks like he's giving a speech, which is great.
It's true.
He's always talking like this. It's a paranormal discovery. This is why the aliens will never come to us because of 9/11. That is an actual thing Dan Aykroyd said. Not in the game, but
legend.
I love Dan Aykroyd. But like, but no,
skull vodka.
Yes, he's the one with the skull vodka.
The crystal head vodka.
But yeah, so you play as a Ghostbuster, you're zapping ghosts, and then when they're down their health enough, you get to do my favorite thing, which is slamming ghosts to the ground. You literally charge up your thing, like trying to guide them to the trap, and you can press your L bumper, and it just slams them to the ground. And you know, you're fighting alongside Winston and Egon and Ray and Peter, and you're going around New York City. It's a lot of fun. I think some people will find it a bit grindy, like, because it's a lot of waves of ghosts. But what do you want when you're a Ghostbuster?
It reminds me of Luigi's Mansion then, but I think this came out way before it. In terms of the sequel game, Luigi's Mansion 2 is the one where you would like literally slam ghosts into the wall and all that jazz.
Probably because this is the tutorial. You do learn how to do the slamming at this point. Come on and slam.
Give us a slam. Come on and slam. Okay, we are still getting. Oh, there it is. Okay, we have him. Ah, there's a slam.
Yeah.
It was done in Luigi's Mansion. I think that was the second game, though, right?
There's also photon bombs, where you just shoot one giant bomb and it makes a bunch of little grunts explode if you want them to. That's great. I had a lot of fun frying up the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man doing that. Even though this is my first time playing it, and I'm playing it on Experienced, I have lost many times. You can fail those missions very easily. But I think this is a perfectly fun game. It's really funny. There's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of dialogue. You could just stand there and just listen to them talk. And I think it's just a really solid game. I feel like the people who don't like, you know, Luigi Mansions or like objective-based games, I guess, won't like it because, you know, you're fighting waves of ghosts. That is your objective. That's what you got to do.
My brain is fried.
So if you don't like those, I guess you won't enjoy this game. But if you're just looking for a fun time, you like pick up, put down kind of thing, this game's really good for it.
Cool.
And boom.
I know
we came, we saw, we kicked their ass.
Yeah. I know you said objective based, as in like the whole game is based on objectives and what you gotta do. But my brain thought you said objectively based. Like it's just an objectively based game.
You've been around this shit for too long, man. Come on.
I mean, also the great thing is all the actors return. So you got the four Ghostbusters: Ernie, Murray, Ramis, and Aykroyd. Annie Potts comes back as Janine. They got the guy who plays Walter Peck to come back because he plays a role in it now because he's actually runs the paranormal thing. Like at least, and I will also give it this. At least this game doesn't act like ghosts don't exist and that the Ghostbusters are just doing smokes and mirrors, which was the beginning of Ghostbusters 2. Everyone's just finally like, okay, yeah, ghosts exist. Okay. We know now. I just find that to be such a dumb trope of people not believing ghosts exist
In
after
a
the
world,
giant
yeah.
80-foot marshmallow man. How many times does the 80-foot marshmallow man have to come before we finally believe?
Twice.
Twice.
Twice is a good round
Yes.
number.
I recommend this game. Obviously, the easiest way to get it is the remastered version, which is on Steam for like $20. Yeah, I think it's a solid investment. Sometimes the game glitches. I think that's the port and not the game itself, because this game was Xbox One, and then there's the PC port. So take that with a grain of salt. You may have to reload a checkpoint sometimes, but
yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens when you port a game, buddy.
So,
But yeah, that's
Play the emote.
my
Play the
impression.
emote. All right, good. We're good.
Flame emote.
and
Hey,
with
no, I'm keeping the ghosts away. It's like Sage.
yeah, and with that, I guess before we move on to the Q&A, I don't want to. I mean, the art is by now kind of tradition that at the end of the year I put together all them guests that we had.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, but I also have a little bit of an additional announcement, namely that the Awkward Cast, at least its Discord presence, is going to get a new home for the next season. For that, it's moving on to a new Discord. For that, I have already updated the link down below, and it is now also in the Awkward Room in the current Discord. So if you are a fan of the show, you know what to do. There's a new Discord to join. The Awkward Room in the old one will soon be closed. For that purpose. Retired sounds better.
Okay.
And
Yeah, so join the den, everyone.
Exactly.
Make sure to take off your shoes when you come in, but don't take off your good behavior, or I will hurt you.
And wash your hands, for God's sake.
Also that, yeah. But
wash your hands. You're coming from the first
Jesus.
server. It's very filthy.
Leave
No
space
one's
for
clean.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, it's now the question time.
The
The Q&A. Do we have any on Twitter from the final episode?
J-Rock, of course, didn't leave us hanging.
I actually had a fun question that we could do.
Oh, please.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is the last episode of Awkward Cast for 2021. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
So, I mean, New Year's is about to come about. What's people's plans for the next year? Anything fun?
Surviving.
That's a good plan. I like that plan.
I
We
mean,
should keep on doing
look.
You should do that plan.
With how weird the world is it really a fair thing to be like, here are my plans? I think we've learned over the past 2 years to just go with the flow. Have ambitions, but don't be afraid.
Right.
Don't be sad
Okay.
if they get sidelined.
And then perhaps I phrase it like this:
rough
the
idea.
best case scenario happens. COVID disappears. Joe Biden no more. He disintegrated somehow.
He just said Thanos.
Now let me be clear.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Best case scenario happens. Whatever. What do you get done?
I don't know. Thinking about the future gives me massive anxiety. I don't know. Maybe make an Abby and Theo short that goes up on the YouTube channel and just start traveling again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
There you go.
That's fair enough. I want to get my license next year. That's my New Year's resolution.
Yes.
And also lose about like 2 stone, hopefully. Because God, COVID was kind to some, not to others.
I mean,
it's a caloric hole that we'll have to dig ourselves collectively out of.
Yeah. So get a driver's license. Hopefully next summer I've got a bunch of people visiting the UK and also Germany and Ireland. We're gonna have a fun get together. Hopefully. Got that to look forward to.
I have a whole route that I'm trying to put together. I'm going to take you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about last night in Soho. I was literally in Soho yesterday.
Yes, you were in Soho last night.
Yeah.
Huh.
You see any ghosts?
That is very meta.
Yeah. So I'm doing I'm trying to figure out like a tour of London.
You should go to the toucan.
Go to the what?
the Toucan. It's an Irish pub in Soho.
Oh, okay. We went to oh god, was it called? It wasn't called Jameson's. We did go to an Irish pub in Soho though.
Wasn't the Toucan though? No.
I don't
It
think
is
it was the Toucan. I mean, does the Toucan have a giant Irish flag flying outside of it?
It very well might do. I just know that it has like the old Guinness Toucan thing, like the.
Oh
the
no, I
toucan
didn't
with,
do
like,
that. No.
I
Different
think
one.
he's doing that.
Different Irish pub in Soho.
All right. They're
Dude,
all
I
the
can't wait
same.
to show everyone the London.
They're all
Underground.
good
That's
crack.
gonna be
It doesn't matter.
But yeah.
Anyway,
taking round-
so questions.
Well, hold on. We got two people.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess my plans will go in a similar direction as yours. As in, I mean, I didn't. The lockdown was not kind to me in regards I lost the 1 or 2 kilogram of muscle mass that I desperately have built up. So getting back into training. Yeah. That is one of the big things that I plan for next year.
Very nice, dude.
Hooray!
I can't wait.
Swole!
Oh yeah.
Get
I can't wait.
Swole.
I can't wait you to flex out of that sweater. It's gonna be sick.
Get
Oh,
swole,
Jesus.
Get money.
You're gonna look like a JoJo character.
This sweater is not helping. My arms look even thinner in it. Jesus.
It was very
Right.
interesting to see Max in November and see how much muscle mass I've gained since last seeing him, and how skinnier he got.
You could bench
Aw.
him.
I probably could. The thing is that I kept making jokes if I could probably break you over my back and stuff, and he's just like, "Well, with all the
Fuck
muscle
yeah.
I've lost."
Would you like to try?
Would you
Don't
like
threaten
to
him with a
try?
good time. Jeez.
I mean,
Dude, I
he
just
never
imagine
said
AY
no.
like you got the Rocky
I'm just
montage.
saying. I'm just saying. He never said no.
Very true. Very true.
So-
So,
But yeah,
Correct
no,
answer.
please
I
stop.
imagine the Rocky montage music, and he's just got a ferret in each hand doing curls. You know.
One's a lot heavier than the other.
oh no, this is a photo session that now needs to happen, isn't it?
Probably.
You curly
I mean-
ferrets? Fuck yeah.
Just give them a lot of nice salmon oil or paste as payment for their appearance.
I just need to catch them when they are sleepy. As long as they are still in sleep mode, they will just hang like literal dead weights.
Noodles.
Yeah.
Why do they not like to be around me? Oh, maybe it's because you use them as toys while they sleep.
Yeet.
Okay, I don't
Ferret
think that happens.
Never tie
No,
off
ferret.
the ends of your
We're
trousers
not
like
ferret
a
tossing.
Okay, have you done the joke? Is that a weasel in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? And then you
No.
go, yes,
Okay.
it is in fact a weasel.
It's not a okay. It's
No,
not
just
a
say yes.
ferret.
Oh, it's a ferret. Sorry, my bad.
Anyways, questions. We are running out of time.
That is true.
No,
So,
you go, fire away.
oh wait, is your answer still lacking, Sam? Have you
No,
answered?
no, no.
He said fire away. He said
Okay,
fire
Fire
away.
Okay,
away.
good.
Ask the question.
Sam
Then-
doesn't get a new year.
Yes,
the trigger!
last and final would you rather question for this episode of 2021. Would you rather live in a giant gingerbread house or ride the Polar Express?
Polar
Ride
Express.
the Polar Express.
Polar
Gingerbread
Okay, do I
rock.
pay taxes on the house?
Bruh, they got it.
I mean,
No.
yeah. What? Okay, I don't want to think. No. Okay, no. It's tax free.
Okay, it's tax free. Listen, I don't know if it ever rains in the Fable. Is it immune to the rain? I assume so. It's some magic.
Are you
stuff,
talking
no?
about Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah,
Polar Express is a much
that's the
easier.
gingerbread house, right?
Yeah. Yes. It was a house made of candy. A lot of people draw it as gingerbread with candy on top of it.
Okay.
But so yeah, you're living in a ginger. I just imagine that you became the size of a gingerbread man. So you're the size of a cookie, and
But
you're
no,
just
it's a
on
giant-
I'm thinking like a giant house made of gingerbread.
Oh.
Okay, here's the downside, right? I live in the UK, and pigeons would tear that to pieces within days.
Oh yeah, and foxes, and your cat,
Yeah,
and
I just,
probably a dog.
and me.
And you.
I just imagine that it would be a fire hazard, like trying to wire electricity through gingerbread. That thing's gonna burn.
Or lighting matches at random, you know.
I don't.
Same
Hey,
emote.
look,
The same
I
emote
do not.
over and over
I
and
do
over
not
again.
know what you're talking about. I'm just saying the Polar Express just seems like the more sensible option.
Dude, I get
You're
to
going
see
on a trip
Santa.
to the North Pole. Yeah, you're going to see Santa. You get
Going to
free food and
Lapland.
drink. There's people who
Chocolate,
sing
I
and
get to
dance.
drift on ice.
Yes.
That's
Get
a
to see
lot of
Tom
matches, Keyframe. Oh god, Jesus.
Look, I'm just saying it's the more sensible option. If I know anything, it's a sensibility.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked the Polar Express.
Okay. Robert.
What about you,
Express,
Max? You
well,
didn't say a thing.
Oh, me. You see, giant coming from the German capital of gingerbread, Aachen, where there are like 3 national-wide known gingerbread fabricating companies having their headquarters there. It's basically like every house in Aachen is a giant gingerbread house in spirit. So this is like feeling like home. So I go for the gingerbread house.
What a
I
weird thing
sell
to
the
be
house
capable
and make
of.
millions.
And the grim fairy tale about the kids who nearly got eaten in the gingerbread house comes from Germany,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Well, I would have thought you would have learned your lesson then.
Yeah, we learned that gingerbread makes great building material. That's the lesson we learned.
ANY is not going to be present on the next Awkward Cast
Yeah,
because he was looking for the perfect child, as he said. I don't know what that means, but
No, it's
But
actually
it's not
it's actually very easy to get real estate. You go out into the woods, you wait for a witch to get your attention, put up a gingerbread house to capture you, and when you get there, you throw her in the oven. Nobody complains about burning
I will
witches,
say-
so and
then
then you
you
have a
just
free
take the
gingerbread house. Yes.
you just steal a woman's house, you freeloader.
No, it's a.
I can imagine. I can imagine that's getting very stinky having 2 ferrets in a gingerbread house after a while.
Well,
they would
also,
start
ladies
eating
and
it.
gentlemen,
They would start eating it, and their movements would be so fucked up.
Well, then you move on and go to the next one.
Dude,
But
I like the
you
smell
heard
of
it here.
gingerbread. I don't know if I want everything in my life to smell of gingerbread.
No, neither do I.
yeah,
I like
but
But okay,
gingerbread
so I picked Polar Express. Max picked the shitty answer. What?
But-
Imagine the
yeah,
crumbs in the bed.
But
Oh,
keep
God.
in mind, before you decide against gingerbread house, keep in mind motion capture Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Yes.
Please. Tickets.
You're failing to see a downside here.
I'm failing.
Yeah.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, you all heard it here first. ANY advocates for killing Wiccans and stealing their property.
Yes.
Yeah, there's. Yeah.
I was
How
more
dare
referring
you?
to the children eating forest witches, not all Wiccans.
Oh, because all Wiccans
That's
eat
probably
children.
that's
Yeah,
propaganda
exactly.
that
that is a
that's
very
propaganda.
roots- Yeah.
No. The fact that they eat children is just terrible Aconite propaganda
No,
to
they used to.
try to justify their Wiccan killing.
It's a caricature that we have suffered with for too long.
Well,
Dying.
more
That's still
answers,
them.
more answers, please. Or are you both
More
going
answers.
Polar Express anyways?
Polar Express, bro, all day.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was easy. Next question. I'm
Okay.
all out of Twitter questions.
All right. Let's see. Here's one from the Scissoring.
Oh, yay.
No, I don't like that name, given that I know the person who that username comes from. Go back to school. Play with your Legos. Do whatever people your age do, Lieb. Don't do that. Okay. You get to make your own Christmas movie. What's it about? Okay, guys, we're in the hot seat. You have to make what is the plot of your Christmas movie?
God. Okay.
I mean, I say we leave Emerald for last because he's the actual filmmaker.
I don't. Oh God, I don't know.
We have to pitch. You know what? We have to pitch our movies to Emerald. See if he approves
this
as the
sounds good.
filmmaker.
Oh, that's
Okay.
a good idea. That's fun. I
All
like
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
impress me.
Okay. So who wants to go first with their idea?
Hmm.
This is like when we played Fun Employment at Robert's house.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ comes back, and he's pissed that his birthday is now about a fat guy in a suit, and he is on a mission to kill the shit out of Santa Claus. And he has to fight through a legion of elves, and it's not like little elves, it's like Lord of the Rings elves, where they're all badasses, you know? And it's a kung fu film about Jesus Christ coming to kill Santa Claus, and it's called Xmas.
Fascinating. Okay,
Oh,
I do like that.
Starring
that
Keanu
sounds
Reeves
bad.
as Jesus Christ.
You know
Don't-
what?
yeah,
Sold.
that's not bad.
Sold.
Okay. We got one green light. Max,
Okay.
Max, what ideas do you have?
For my fantastic new Christmas movie.
Be right back. Sorry.
Okay. We first of all, the protagonist is played by Chris Pratt. I mean, obviously, I assume that in Rob's video, Jesus was Chris Pratt as well, but well, he didn't specify. But obviously, my protagonist is Chris Pratt. And you see, he is a workaholic, and his son wishes for one very specific gift for Christmas, which is like the TikTok-tron. It's basically TikTok, but as a little plastic toy to play with. So the hippest shit imaginable. And but his dad is like super workaholic and hasn't remembered it until basically the day before Christmas. And then he is like, oh no, I promised him. And now shenanigans ensue when he tries to get this, to get one of those tic-tac-trons. He has another character played by Adam Driver who's just wearing trousers all over his belly button, and he's kind of the antagonist. He works as a mailman for some reason. And fun stuff happens, and at the end, Chris Pratt turns into a human-sized tic-tac-tron himself and saves the day, and then he beats up Santa in a warehouse. The good stuff. Yes.
Max.
Yes.
That's the part of the film Deck the Halls. No, Jingle All the Way.
I never heard of that movie. It sounds like a pretty good one, doesn't it?
It stars an Austrian who you may be familiar with.
Okay, here's mine. So, I feel like...
Am I greenlit now or not?
No!
You were
Chris
greenlit
Pratt.
back in like the 90s when the movie originally happened. But okay, here's my pitch. Sam, but Bubala.
Go on. Impress me.
Here's the thing. I think the stories of Jesus, like adult Jesus, and Santa Claus, they're passé. They're old hack. And I think we need to pivot more towards... Yeah, we need to pivot to more obscure stories when it comes to Christmas traditions. So, it's about a young boy. His name is going to be Exam. His name is Exam. A nice foreign-sounding name, but to appeal to the wider audiences, he's still European. One night he is just relaxing and everything in the kitchen because his family tells all the kids to go to the kitchen so the Christ child can come. The fetus of Jesus Christ who brings presents. But oh no! XM was a naughty little boy and looked through the keyhole to try to see the Christ child, and an eye stared back at him. And now he's imprinted. So now he has to run from the Christ child and discover the true meaning of Christmas is to know your place. It's a horror movie.
That idea is deeply cynical.
Based on true events, actually.
It speaks to a part of unresolved hang-ups and chips that you may have about the holiday season, and it is exactly the thing that a generation of nihilistic, neurotic people needs. Well done.
She's literally She is literally selling my childhood memory, and I didn't even get greenlit.
Well, maybe you should.
Maybe you should have made it. You could have sold it yourself and say based off a true story, and that would have made millions.
That's true.
Don't say based. He'll fucking think you're talking about something else.
Good question.
Rude.
Did we have anything else on Twitter, or is it all Discord?
All Discord. Discord
Okay,
all the way.
let's
Ding,
see.
ding, 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 ding.
Sit on it asks. It's that time again. What's the Christmas earworm song that plays everywhere you try to avoid the most around December? So what is that one Christmas song you just can't stand?
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Fuck you, Mariah.
There's just one thing I need.
Don't diss on Mariah. Come on now.
And
What? Here's the thing. I know that you probably like the version
Lux
that
is with
mixes
me
it
as
with
well.
Live Parade.
Yes.
Okay, so yours is Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas" because you're a heathen.
No.
Okay, what would mine be? I like most Christmas music because I'm a bit of a I love Christmas stuff. Oh, I know the fucking song. I hate the Chipmunks Christmas song, you know, the Christmas time is here, time for choice and time for cheer. I can't believe I'm saying this. The version from the fucking movie is more entertaining because at least it's faster. I don't know how a song made by a novelty group where the whole thing is that the vocals are sped up to sound higher pitch is such a slow fucking drag of a song. If I have to hear "Me, I want a hula hoop," I'll fucking kill someone. But yeah, that's mine. What about you, Sam?
Simply having a wonderful Christmas time because I know that it'll annoy you because it's Paul McCartney, and B, because I just think it's annoying.
But he's simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
No, don't make me put my red flannel on. I'll do it.
Oh no! Please don't! Please don't!
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here. The internet.
Oh no!
No! I don't want needle dropping. Okay.
Damn.
Eddie, what about you, Max, Mr. Scrooge? What is your least? What is the Christmas song you try to avoid like the plague?
Yeah, that's a weird thing. Ironically, I have listened to so little radio so far that when we were taking an Uber in the US on the way to the back to the airport, and the driver actually had a Christmas music channel playing, I was like, oh nice, haven't heard that one in a while. Oh cool, yeah, Christmas music, yeah. So I'm not enough, due to being mostly only leaving the house for grocery shopping and whatnot nowadays. I'm not exposed to all the Christmas songs, so at this point I actually welcome most of them with a little bit of nostalgia. So,
Gross.
What is everyone's favorite Christmas song? The ones that you're like, this is a banger.
I
will say before we answer, there's only one correct answer, but I will let you all go first.
Oh, okay, fine. What's my favorite Christmas song? It's not "All I Want for Christmas Is You." I just wanted to annoy Rob. God, I don't know. I mean, I know I like Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
I would hear that song all the time on the radio as a kid, and to me it was always just, yeah, get some pep in my step.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's that or simply having a wonderful Christmas time by Paul McCartney. That's a genuine answer.
Shame.
For me, it is a clear winner of Fairy Tale of New York. I love that song. That's
okay. What about you, Max? What's your favorite Christmas song?
Also fluctuates, but one that also like, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
We got some Michael Bublé.
It's
no,
just,
that could be Bing Crosby. You fucking baby.
Michael Bubble. Monsieur Bublé.
Michael Bublé does like "Let It Snow" and "Baby It's Cold Outside."
Baby, it's cold outside. I have to go.
I like "Baby It's Cold Outside," but every time I say that I like that song, people think I like it for a problematic reason. No, I just think it's jazzy.
It's a nice song. It's jazzy. It's fun.
Yeah.
No one actually gives a shit about it. It's kind of like there's a fact. It's the same thing with Fairy Tale of New York, where like there's a fictional person that people have made up, where it's like, oh my god, this song's problematic. We need to cancel this song. Cancel. No, people don't care.
I'd like to think that people don't care. By the way, only Rob gave the correct answer. The greatest Christmas song of all time is Fairy Tale of New York, and that's
your answer too.
Yes.
Oh,
An
wow.
All
Irish
right. At
musician.
least
An
none of us
Irish
said
band
Christmas
sung
shoes.
that song. Of course, I'm going to like it. I'm all about that.
At least
fucking
no one
nepotism.
said. At least no one said the Christmas shoes, which is objectively one of the worst songs of all
What the
time.
hell is that?
Not even
What the hell is
sure.
It's a fucking song where like this person gets like shamed to donate shoes for Christmas or something. Like it's been a long time since I listened to the song. It's from it's a like a Christiany Christmas song. You know, one of
okay, right.
those Christiany
Oh,
Christmas
no.
songs.
In guilt.
Yes. But
God,
anyways, okay.
Catholics
so
getting
next-
involved in our Christmas? How dare they?
Okay, let's see. I don't know why Copper was just asking about people's laundry routines. Literally, their question is, when you do laundry, do you separate lights from darks? Do you bother with fabric softener? Do you do towels first or last? Why do you need to know this about our lives?
There's
Yeah.
some profiling going
The answer
on.
was yes, by the way, yes, because otherwise, your clothes are. Otherwise, your clothes are bad.
I mean, like,
You guys
yes,
do laundry?
yes, and last. Like, so that there you go, Copper. I feel like I'm going to get put on a list now.
There's not enough laundry except for ferret blankets, but they always get their own run for sure. So yeah, due to that, we have to throw in most together, so including towels and bright and dark, and softener is bad for a certain piece of clothing, so no softener. Tis my
Yeah,
answer. Oh my god, we
okay.
actually ended up answering his question.
Yeah, well, we did. These two actually are smart enough to not answer. They're not going to be put on the list. Okay, here's one from Sit on It. Been missing y'all. What's the strangest local news report you've caught? So what's a weird piece of local news?
I actually have one of these.
Oh boy.
So basically, I don't know if you classify this as strange, but basically, with current government guidelines. Now, not that our government had a party or anything, like mid
Oh,
restriction. That was, which could be a worldwide scandal. That was entirely fictional and made up. But basically, in a country that I live in, my wonderful nation of the Republic of Ireland, we are a country of proud drinkers. We like a bit of crack, we like a bit of song and dance and going out for the evening, and we're gonna, just like having a couple of pints. There's now mandated, closing hours of 12 o'clock, which for us is far too early in the evening, because we like to, keep the party going all night. So, two lads who live down in the village where I live were arrested because they had set up what was called a shebeen, which to the Americans in the audience is basically an Irish speakeasy. And they were basically caught for having an illegal pub set up that had no mandatory closing hours, and they were arrested.
Well,
for trying to spread good cheer to everybody on Christmas, the bastards. So yeah, that's the weirdest
that's
news
what we
report
said during the Prohibition too.
Yeah, I know, bastards.
You guys still get to drink most of the night. You people are insane. What's wrong with you?
We like to keep the party going, all right? You can't just tell us, oh no, midnight, lads, that's the cutoff point. No.
Well, British Luximus is saying the parade thing.
So
Care to
that's
give
the only-
context?
Yeah, so that's the only local news that I can remember. It's not my local news in the UK. It's local news in Wisconsin. Well, I say local. It was also global news. It's not a positive story, There was a tragedy that happened. There was a parade in Wisconsin, and someone evading the cops in Waukesha was basically trying to evade the cops, and he drove through the parade and hurt a bunch of people, right?
Wow.
But here's the point where this story becomes relevant to moi is I was in Wisconsin at the time, and time zones are different, so that we're 8 hours behind. So in the UK, my parents woke up to the story, what a Wisconsin tragedy, several dead and killed at parade, and I wake up 5 hours later with like 32 missed calls and 6 missed messages saying, Rob, I'm sure you're okay. I'm sure you're okay. Just please call us and message us when you wake up, when you're around, just to confirm that was not you and you weren't there. I mean, God, it was horrid to wake up to that. Definitely,
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh,
you got
lovely.
anything funnier?
Poor
Do you got
mother.
anything funnier?
I'm not aware enough of local news. I don't have anything.
Okay, well, I got
Can you
one
top
that's
a
not
national
local.
tragedy and 2 guys getting arrested.
Okay, I got one that's not local news, but it was a headline that has stuck with me for like a week now because of how fucking stupid it is.
Yeah.
It's it was on my what's happening on Twitter. So like the little headlines you see on the side of the Twitter thing, and it's Chris Columbus opens up on why there's not going to be a Mrs. Doubtfire 2. And I sat there for like 5 minutes staring at this headline just like I don't think we need to know why there's not a Miss Doubtfire 2. I think that's like context clues is a beautiful thing. I was just like, why is this such I was so, but I did find it hilarious because I clicked on it and I saw all the tweets of people commenting on the article of just people being like, oh gee, I wonder why. Like it was such a
I mean, it could be a next gen thing or something.
I've just imagined, I was just like, how slow of a news day was it that you had to write what could be summarized in like 3 sentences? Why is there not going to be a Mrs. Doubtfire 2? Robin Williams is dead. Oh, 3 sentences. That's the whole article. Go take a BuzzFeed quiz. Like, come on now.
Go take a BuzzFeed quiz.
Look at these 10 crazy tattoos. You won't believe number 6.
Your choice in how you make coffee tells you what breed of dog you're going to be in your next life.
I guess something that's a little more upbeat than my previous stories. One is from the UK, just from a bit of time ago. 1930 in the UK, there was a BBC announcement where they went live on the BBC and they said, "Hello, good morning, England. Today we are to inform you that there is no news. Good day." And then they just like, there was nothing to report.
Nice. Nice.
There was literally no news that day.
For people of the United Kingdom, there is literally fuck all going on today. Carry on with your lives.
There is jack shit happening right now.
Good-
Carry on.
Good old.
Hello, anyone. There's nothing going on.
Here are 40 episodes of Coronation Street.
Good
This is what you
good
deserve.
times before globalization where everything was automatically at your doorstep. I mean, we couldn't have the
Good times
show
before the
back
war.
then, but
We would have
okay.
done the show through carrier pigeons.
It's true.
Okay, so next question. Let's see. I think I can do one more question than the FMK.
Yeah.
Forgetting to Save asks, what new and exciting guests and features can we expect from the show next year? Wrong answers only. There's the twist. It has to be all wrong answers.
Okay.
You're getting us again, baby.
Well, that's
Former
gonna be-
President Barack Obama.
Sure.
Don't shake your head at me.
Wrong answers only.
We will be playing a different video game during every podcast because of how successful the one with Chuggle and Phasmophobia went.
What
Chris
else?
Pratt. Your
Why is
dream
it
will
spelled
come
really
true,
close
man.
to my
Matt will
name?
be replacing A&Y as host of the Awkward Cast.
Exactly.
No, then it's gonna become all Christian.
You mean it wasn't
No.
already?
No, I mean, I know that me and Max seem like the perfect, pure little altar children.
Yeah, of course.
But-
Yeah,
Of course.
exactly.
Well, that's
Halo.
different. You know, we're going in a
Halo
more religious
standard.
direction. Instead of the chat, you're just going to see pages of the Bible.
Yeah.
The
Oh my
only
God, let's
media
make
we're allowed to
Christian
bring
authors.
are episodes of VeggieTales.
Instead of media, we have to pick our favorite Bible verses we read
Yeah, we
that
have
week.
to
because-
the Psalm. You know.
I mean, the good news
What
is
is that?
we definitely
Yeah.
can keep the name because Jesus, this will be one hell of an awkward show. And I didn't even
you know
mean to
what?
have 2 biblical swears in that sentence. It just happened.
You know what? I'm gonna make this a someone clip this moment, quote me. At some point, no one will know when, except for maybe the guest, because I'll give them a heads up. I'm going to bring just a passage from the Bible as my media.
Jesus.
And I'm going to just read the passage from the Bible and talk about it as my media for Awkward. I will somehow make my entire week media and questions about the Bible, and I will get people to ask Bible-related questions the entire time.
Yeah.
We will make the Bible cast.
AWKWARDCast. What did you think of the interpretation from John 14?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're into audiobooks, you can get a Bible reading, you know? It's good.
Wait, John.
So yeah, that's the only correct answer here. We're going to become a Christian cast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
John 14.
No naughty words.
Bible readings done by Idris Elba.
Exactly, but yeah, So that's what I think is the new feature to tell you about the AWKWARDcast in 2022.
I will
We're
become
gonna bring
funny.
Price back into it. Oh no, that is the wrong
Don't kid
answer.
yourself, darling. That's never gonna happen.
You're already funny. That.
Well,
Not like the Bitcoin podcast where we just talk about NFT. Like instead of the pictures here, we all have NFT versions of ourselves. You know, like we all have our own monkeys. You know.
Oh yeah.
No, our show is going to be a blockchain NFT. You have to buy
Instead
it
of
to watch
that, Max,
the
but
show.
it's like the monkey version.
Ah.
Yeah.
And not well drawn. But yeah, so that's going to be. We're going to be an NFT next year, guys. You're going to have to pay Ethereum to watch this show.
God. Dogecoin to the moon, baby. Let's go.
Do we have any other wrong answers, or are we spent?
I feel like we're spent on wrong answer.
Oh no! Here's the other answer. We will do an entire episode where the special guest is just the ferrets, and the reason why that's the wrong episode is us assuming that the ferrets will stand in one place for an hour and a half.
Very unlikely.
Otherwise,
Exactly.
you would do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah, here's the
Get more
sad thing.
intelligent
I had the grand idea of a ferret cam for the show, like Sincere, to put it in the fourth window where Emerald currently is. But since we actually decided, hi buddy, to have free roaming ferrets.
You got 3 of them? Are we gonna...
Basically like
free roaming, like they just walk around. They don't have a crate.
Exactly.
They're free range. They
They're
taste better.
basically like we're holding them basically like cats. And
free roaming.
yeah, therefore a ferret cam is basically impossible. I mean, the best thing I could
Unless you
do,
just stuck a GoPro onto one of them and just
Oh,
watch them walk.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Oh,
Do
here's
that.
Here's the thing, though. Have you ever seen a ferret put on a harness or something? They flatten.
Yep.
So I think a GoPro on them, they'll probably think, "Oh no, this is an insurmountable weight. I cannot move."
I'm never gonna recover from this.
The weight of
I'm
my
never gonna
feelings.
recover.
They're finally catching up with me.
they won't know what to do. Their brain is the size of a walnut, and that's being generous given the size of a ferret head. But yes, I think it's time for our final FMK of the year.
Yes.
Isn't this great? Student loans asks the final FMK. Here is the last FMK of 2021. Blame Keyframe for this. Fuck, marry, kill. Christmas meats.
Ooh.
So we got ham, turkey, and lamb. Remember to season your meats with more than salt and pepper. Happy holidays.
This is actually very
Who's
easy.
gonna fuck the ham? Wait, this is actually the thing. We can't all have different combinations
Nope.
now.
So yeah, let the two guests go first, and then we figure out what we do.
It's fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Fuck, marry,
Yes,
kill.
it is.
And
So
it was
you have
what was the
ham,
middle one?
turkey, and lamb.
Unless we can very quickly come up with a fourth Christmas meat plus a fourth category.
So, I think I'm gonna kill the turkey. That's the easiest one. Bland. What a shame. Not a fan of turkey. Very dry meat. Ham. I'd fuck some ham. Some gammon. Yes. Let's go. Some pork. I like to pork. Definitely. And personally, lamb is my childhood meat. I always used to have lamb as like Sunday roast dinner. I'd marry the lamb. I'd name it
Well,
Mary.
let me tell you, that was their childhood too. When it was snuffed
Hey.
before them, so you could
Oh.
eat them.
True.
Vegan.
Oh yes. So that's
All
all
right.
about
Look
it.
at
Emerald.
him in the eye says, I'm vegan.
Hi there. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your
Yeah.
name? I'm vegan. Right.
Hi,
so,
vegan.
Carrying on with the trend of people fucking hams, I would absolutely
Fuck
ham.
yeah!
Because
Okay.
the way that the way that we do
Go on.
the way that we do ham, at least in my house at the very least, is so good that you eat one piece. The thought of fucking it just seems
Stay
natural.
clicking it.
It's
So-
just like,
I
yeah,
mean-
why would I not want to have sex with this? It's amazing.
I
would marry
have-
her.
I have heard of people who, if they consume really good food, actually get horny over it. So,
Yeah.
like
Dude,
legit, not
we've all
shitting.
seen Ratatouille. Come on.
Yeah, no, man. Like Christmas in my house is a good time. I would marry
It's
the turkey.
food wars up in there.
Marry
Just
the
like
turkey.
The turkey is like a nice. Well, yeah. I mean, like the turkey is like. It's a nice, stable thing, you know. It's like the centerpiece
Mhm.
of the meal,
Mhm.
you know. All eyes are on it, and it's like, oh, that's a really pretty thing.
I don't know what I expected.
There.
The
Nice.
most seasoned thing you have is a potato.
You know, after you mix all of them, and then I
so
would-
you're gonna. Why are you gonna kill the lamb then?
because I just don't like it.
Oh, you
Huh.
don't like the
Fringe.
child.
Right.
Roast beef is the thing that we used to do over here for like for Sunday lunch, but lamb is like, I mean, like when you stack it up against the other possible meats that you can be having over Christmas, it's just like chunk of ham. Oh fucking oh yeah, chicken. Yeah, sure, yeah, I could go for some of that. Turkey, yeah, centerpiece.
Mhm.
But like lamb, it's like no.
So
if
lamb-
you cook it wrong, if you cook lamb incorrectly, it's like way too greasy, and I don't like it. So no,
So-
I would kill the lamb.
Okay, but so this means you both fucked the ham, correctly?
Yes.
Okay, I have a
Yes.
solution for our dilemma, Key. We are both not
Okay.
allowed to fuck the ham,
You can't spit
Okay.
roast it like
and,
we
there,
did.
and therefore, exactly.
I feel like that would be impossible
With a-
given
with-
the anatomy
with a
of,
cream
of
filling.
us two. Yeah.
Spit roast. Yeah, but
Oh.
but yeah. But yeah, it's very.
Just a fucking decimated ham on the table after Emerald and Robert got done with it. It's just like, bon appetit.
God, there
Like,
wouldn't be
No
enough left.
apple of teeth.
There wouldn't be enough left of it to feed a crow after we got done with it.
but yes, okay, so we
But yeah,
can't fuck the ham.
Exactly. So whoever gets first picking gets to decide
Mhm.
what happens with the ham, and then from there it rotates in the usual way, where the last
All
person
right.
can also not fuck the ham. So
All
whose
right,
turn
so
is it?
it is my turn. You get to do the last final answer of the year.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so I'm going to marry the ham just to save it because, oh Lord, it's been through a lot from the past two answers. I think it needs comfort. Like,
Not just being
needs
used
someone-
for pleasure.
yeah, it needs, that's a nice ham you got there. Would be so. Fuck off, Robert. Like, really?
You idiot. You know
Yeah.
that? You're actually stupid. That's so stupid.
But no, I'm going to marry the ham to give it the good life it deserves. It got way too glazed. It needs someone to just give it a nice warm life under the hot lamp of marriage. And then I'm gonna fuck the turkey.
Damn,
Good.
gobble gobble, huh?
Yeah, here's the thing. Turkeys take a really long time to cook, you know? Like they are slow roasted or else they will become dry if you overdo it too fast. So you know that you're in for a good time for a long time.
Hmm.
And you know, by the end of it, it could be nice and moist. Well,
With the turkey, you know that's someone else's leftovers. Definitely. Always leftover turkey.
oh God. It's like that movie where no, I'm not going into that.
I don't even know what. It's like that movie where what?
A fucking girl gets an egg, like an egg stuck up in her, gets it out, puts it back in the fridge, and the next scene you see the dad is eating egg salad.
Ooh. Oh,
And now I'm gonna kill the lamb because fuck children.
Well,
a lot of land killings. Big shame.
Well, I mean, like it fits Christmas, right? Because the lamb represents the Christ child. I'm just getting ready for Easter.
You're just getting ready for. You're just training for the Jesus cast.
Exactly. Okay, Max, it
Get
is
some Cain and
your
Abel.
turn.
it is my turn. So, you married the ham, you fucked the turkey, and you killed the lamb.
Yes,
I
I
have
did.
to move it this way around, so that's problematic.
You're
Because
gonna marry the lamb.
no, the way it got turned around, I have to fuck the lamb.
Oh no!
I
Okay,
said
yeah,
this
I
is
see
going to be
I'm following
problematic,
that now.
and I wanted to put a twist on it by being like, ha ha ha, you fools, you all talked about food, but I, furry that I am, turned them into fursonas. But I don't want to fuck the lambsona.
Yeah.
This is even worse.
Yeah. Talk about it, Max. I just put
You're gonna need some of this.
look them in the eyes.
Okay. How to work?
How to salvage this conversation? I don't think you can.
There is nothing to salvage there. Okay, let's first consider why killing the ham. Ham, I believe, is usually off the pork, and the pork is among the unhealthy.
That's a sheep. It's not a lamb.
What? But now we are okay. Now we are back on board. Okay, as I was saying, because this was what I was thinking of, but then you guys kept emphasizing how much it is. Okay, here's the thing. What? You have something innocent and pure. This isn't good.
Yep.
Yeah. You have something innocent and pure.
Yes.
So I was going to tell you why to kill the pork, the ham. So ham is the unhealthiest of meat, so kill it. From the lineup there. I'm going to marry the turkey. Apparently, you're going to marry the turkey, which makes complete sense. Still, from a meat point of view, because it's the best meat as long as you are not counting fish. Fish is even better. So yeah, if you have to eat, just see. No, and I personally like to eat my poultry, like as my primary meat. So I'm marrying it. That is a relationship I have for life. So about the fuck.
Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Beep beep. I'm a sheep. Beep beep. Fuck.
I wanted to get you. I wanted to get you a very well dressed sheep.
Oh.
Is it a
Well
fat
dressed,
sheep?
then well dressed, or like.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, if you're going to fuck it, it might as well look nice and handsome, right? Like, it's gotta be dressed to impress to really get you going. So
It's a very cute looking sheep. I gotta admit.
Oh.
You see, we had the beep beep. I'm a sheep here, which kind of was a way out of this situation somehow. This is literally unfuckable. This is no.
So
There is
I
too
know
much
it's
no and
unfuckable.
too much no.
You got to admit, very cute though.
I believe this is how the FMK dies, unless we bring it back next year. But yeah, it's like we finally hit an unanswerable FMK. We ran into the situation where somebody has to fuck a lamb, and this is not a thing. This is not.
You could just view it like food. Why don't you just view it as like the actual cooked food?
Me and Emerald, we aren't slaying the actual pig itself, you know? We're just making sure it's glazed.
Deeply.
glazed.
This one's winking.
Is that the same?
But yeah, it's the end of the FMK.
Talk about a glow up.
The FMK got gridlocked. It got unsolvable. So never ever FMK. in this year.
That's one of the wrong answers for the what features to expect.
Oh no, I
But you know
mistook
what?
the questions. No.
But you know what? Before we end, I want to raise a toast. So
Okay.
get
That's
your
nice.
glasses or cans. There we go. God, you are a
Drop
stereotypical 20-something, Robert. To another great year of AWKWARDCast. To all the new guests and the old friendos returning. We've gotten a good mishmash of both. To all of you who watch every week, who complain every week, who send questions and cause answers like the one we just had to go through with the lamb. And most of all, a cheers to Max, the best co-host I can ever ask for. I'm glad to have done this show with you for how many years now?
It's
5?
the end of the 5th season, yeah?
Yep, for 5 years and to many more. To one of the best. To awkward times ahead.
Right back at you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Sláinte.
Sláinte. Whatever they say in Germany, where there's no one knows
Prost.
how many countries.
Zum Wohl sein. But yeah, with that, everybody, see you next year. See you for the 6th season in 2022. Until then, bye!
Bye-bye.
Goodbye!
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The memes are seen on this live stream as they talk about random grabs. Time for awkward guys. It's the awkward. Random guests and funny gags on the awkward guys. It's the awkward. Hard work and analysis, which you do not